everybody.
Nicole Kidman's
Nicole
dating a
Kidman,
guy.
she's dating.
Good for her. You know
Yeah.
what? And I hope he's taller than her. Unlike her pathetic, short, fake country singing husband, ex-husband.
And her
I
other
hope
short
she's dating.
ex-husband, Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Why is she only dating short guys?
Maybe that's her type.
Oh, Nicole, I want better for you. We come to this podcast for magic.
To laugh, to cry, to care. Because we need that, all of us. That indescribable feeling we get when the lights begin to dim. And we go somewhere we've never been before.
Because Jas and Jessie, we make movies better. Welcome to CINETWINS with Jas and Jessie. I'm CINETWIN number one, Jessie.
And I'm CineTwin number two, Jess.
And this episode, we are discussing our star spotlight, the mother of cinema, our Australian icon, Nicole Kidman, and the
Woo!
movies that we watched for her.
And the movies that we've seen in the
Woo!
past as well.
And some other movies, yeah, some gems of her career.
Has she been around for like 3 decades or four? I don't know how old she is.
She's gotta be like in her 50s,
Yeah, so I think
right?
maybe that doesn't help.
I don't know when she started acting. So actually we don't know anything about Nicole Kidman other than she's into short guys.
And I know
And
one fact.
okay, what's your fact?
She was born in Hawaii.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But she's Australian.
Yeah, she moved back to Australia because her parents are Australian, I think.
Okay. That could explain why she has like a really weird accent. It's
Yeah.
not very strong, and it's definitely gotten more Americanized like over time. But like sometimes when she does an American accent, some of the words are pronounced like with a little bit Australian twang, and some aren't. Like even in the AMC ad, her probably her most well-known work at this point is one of the lines she says it like slightly Australian, but then she says better with like the full just like American R instead of like the Australian like better. Like
Better.
British. I went full British. I didn't even go Australian. To any Aussies listening, sorry. I don't know
I
how to
I
do
think
that.
I think when with words that have like double T and ending with an R, I guess, I think those words tend to sound more American because I've noticed some British people also pronounce like better water like Americans, I
I'm going to
think.
get some water.
A bottle of water.
I've got to get some water. We make movies better. Haven't you heard? In it.
I was gonna one up you, but I couldn't think of anything.
Yeah, I thought you couldn't. Sorry.
What if we
To any Brits listening, apologies.
no apologies. We don't apologize. We
No
have no
apologies to the
respect for the
Brits.
English.
I already apologized to the Australian. Isn't that enough?
That's enough. Australians are basically British light.
Yeah, I think we can say that to fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know enough about Australia to dispute that.
Did you know that the Hemsworths, the Hemsworth brothers, they're Australian, obviously, but they
Hmm.
came from England. I think their parents or whatever, their family. were
They're
originally
English.
British. Yeah, they were originally
Wow.
English. Then they moved to Australia.
Bill was a Brit.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
he could do his. See, that's why he could a British accent as Thor.
Oh,
Oh,
oh boy. Well, should we talk about Nicole's movies and
we should.
not do offensive accents anymore?
That'd be so awesome if we start every podcast with like horrible accents. I started doing this horrible German one.
I want to hear it.
Oh my God, you have to go flat out.
Whenever I do a German accent, I just sound like a gay guy because I can only do it like kind of effeminate, like, oh my God, like I can't believe I dropped my bratwurst. This is like the best thing that could ever happen to me. Like, and now the ketchup is all over my shoes, my Adidas.
Adidas.
And I've got to go to the club.
Let's go to the club and hear those club classics.
Bumping that. I can't. It's so stupid.
Oh
Last
my
time
God, little German boys.
we had a proper agenda last time. And now we're just like, who can do the worst accent? Oh God.
CINETWINS, CINETWINS, we don't talk about movies, really.
No,
We just do
but
bits.
yeah.
One more thing
Oh
before
man.
before we actually start. I've been in a very giggly mood like this whole week. So I'm I'm a bit worried that we'll have like a full 10 minutes of just silent laughter. And because there's no video,
I
it's just
think
gonna be silent.
I think we've already gotten 10 minutes of silent laughter. I don't think we discussed anything that's usable.
No. Oh, we discussed Nicole Kidman's dating life and
Yeah,
her
very
accent.
important. Very important. We've
I think
yet to touch on the wigs.
the wigs. Oh God, the wigs.
Like, why is she doing that now? Her hair is gorgeous, and
I
she's
used
always
to
on the
think,
same wig.
yeah, I used to think maybe her hair is like thinning out or something, with age. But
Do you think she's
she's
bald?
no,
Do you think Nicole Kidman's bald?
it's full Baldwin. The silence
Yeah,
has
start
started.
over. Comment hashtag Nicole Baldwin if you're
Yeah.
still listening to all this nonsense.
If you
Episode
love this
2,
conversation.
just incoherent babbling. Hashtag Nicole Baldwin. No, but like she is dedicated to these wigs, and they're always like the same kind of yellow blonde, you
Mm,
know? And the wig in Baby Girl was so bad. And it was the same, and it had the weird half bun in the back.
yeah, it was like
My
platinum.
mom, who I saw Baby Girl with,
What
which is, it's not, for those who haven't seen it, it's not a movie you watch with your mom.
are you
But
talking
my
about? It's
mom and
perfect.
it's a family-friendly Christmas film. But my mom and I both wanted to see it. So we went and watched it. My mom, who used to be a hairdresser, couldn't tell that Nicole Kidman was wearing a wig. And I was like, what are you looking at? Like, it was so obviously a wig. And it's the same wig in every movie these days. And in Big Little Lies.
Maybe she's maybe she's emotionally attached to the wig.
Yeah. Maybe it's all
Maybe
she's got since leaving Keith Urban.
you think that Keith Urban took everything except her wigs? Jessie nearly
The
jumped
wig
on her
is just like
teeth.
her emotional support. No, that's mean to Nicole. I hope she got everything. I hope Keith Urban doesn't have but a penny to his name.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she is in the process of taking everything. So far,
Good,
all of the headlines are like Nicole's thriving, she's got a new beau, and Keith Urban's like dying, he's depressed.
good.
Yeah.
I hope it stays that way.
Yeah. I mean, I think
I
he
hope,
left her for like a younger woman. So Keith Urban,
yeah.
I hope you flop forever,
Well, he kind of already is, isn't
but flop in
he?
a worse way.
Who listens to Keith Urban?
I
Can
don't
we get a
know.
comment if you listen to Keith Urban?
Yeah, name five Keith Urban songs, and we won't even like fact check because
I'll
we don't.
have to believe them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we
Um,
talk about a movie?
we should, we
Like
should. I'm
any
trying to
movie
think.
that we meant to talk about.
Um, To Die For. We didn't review that, but we did
No.
watch it.
Yeah, so To Die For, I watched before Nicole month.
Hmm.
Um, loved it and wanted Jazz to watch it. So
And I did.
it's our third kind of unofficial official Nicole Kidman movie that we are reviewing. Um, I don't know when I watched it. Probably like a month ago or so, maybe a little bit over a month. Um, I want to know your thoughts on it, and then I'll share mine.
I loved it. I thought I had such a great time. Nicole Kidman, she has some crazy eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love just seeing her eyes. I think I could go on about it forever.
No, because like they're kind of scary, but they're also seductive. And
Yeah,
it's just they entrance you.
yeah, and like she flips from like seductive and crazy in like the millisecond.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Her eye acting, it really is phenomenal.
Yeah, she's
And
got
it's such
great
a like,
sclera.
yeah. It's such a like unique skill that not every actor can possess, but when they can, it elevates so much more because I think it gives a lot more depth to the performance to be able to like eye act. And
Yeah,
she's got it down. And her eyebrows add to it because she has quite severe eyebrows. Um,
a lot of her
and
is
they
quite
really,
severe.
yeah, she's got a severe face, which sounds mean, but like it really works for her. And she's
It's
so
admirable.
tall and she's kind of like flat and bony, you know? It
Yeah,
just all adds up.
she's like a bird in a beautiful
She
way.
is, yeah. No, she really, especially when she had the pixie cut in birth,
Oh,
she looked
yes.
very bird-like with
Mm.
it. But no, To Die For, absolutely crazy bonkers fantastic. My jaw dropped numerous times throughout the movie. I didn't know kind of much about it when I decided to watch it. I think it was just like on my watch list, and I was like, I should do this. Like, Nicole Kidman looks great. I'll watch the movie. Blown away. Casey Affleck was really good, which
He was
actually
in it for
reminds
like
me.
10 minutes.
But he was good in those 10 minutes. Um, actually today I was looking outside my office and this kid walked by and he looked so much like Casey Affleck.
Oh,
And don't cancel me yet. But I did make sure to Google how old Casey Affleck was at the time of recording that movie because he looked kind of good.
recording that movie. That's so funny.
While he's filming the movie, we're
Yes.
recording our podcast. He was filming the movie, whatever. He looked good.
How
I'm
old
not
was
gonna
he?
lie. He was like 19, 20
Okay.
years old. He was of legal age
Yeah, that's
to
fine.
say that.
That's
Okay, I'm
fine.
not
We're
Nicole,
normal.
and yeah, I'm not pulling a Nicole.
He wasn't even the one that she was seducing.
No, but he was funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like this isn't about Casey Affleck. There is something likable about him. Like he has like a nice on-screen presence.
I think he plays such a great younger brother role because it just
Mhm.
pulls a lot from his real life.
Yeah. Like I feel like I can envision what he was like around Matt and Ben when they were
Yeah.
teens and just how much they despised being around him. He's very good at that.
Yep. Joaquin
But
Phoenix was also very, very good. He was a real weirdo.
he was. I mean, he plays weirdos
Yeah.
too well, should I
That's
say?
his that's his over I don't know how to pronounce that word.
Yeah. His oeuvre.
That's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, his
I don't
oeuvre.
I don't respect the English language.
That's how you say it's French.
I don't respect French even more.
Do a French accent right now.
No, I can't even
No.
remember how it sounds like. Bonjour.
His oeuvre of work is playing the weirdos. To the French, I don't apologize, actually.
Yeah, it's very
I
guttural,
promise
isn't
you.
it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like you are coughing up a mucus in your throat. No, Joaquin Phoenix was good. He was creepy, but
He
he
was a
was
proper
like
creeper.
he was sympathetic too, in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Where like the other teens, well, the girl I also felt sympathy towards
I
because
love
you
the
could
girl.
see, yeah, she was sweet. You could see like how Nicole could get her claws in them
Yeah.
very easily
Mm.
and just take advantage of them in
Yeah,
such a exciting way. I gotta say, it was exciting, all of it.
it's great. Um,
For those who might not be familiar, we should probably say what the plot of To Die For is.
Wait, let me tell my version first because you
Okay.
had given me like one line of like the plot. So I went off on that, but it was like completely different to what the movie ended up being. Because you told me that like Nicole Kidman was like seducing Joaquin Phoenix in like a classroom. So I thought she was like a teacher. I thought it was a teacher student kind of film. And then I saw the poster had like a camera in it, and I was like, huh?
She was a teacher in a sense.
Sure, like a mentor.
Yeah, she taught them something at the end of the day.
Yeah, useful things? No.
Yeah. But To Die For is about Nicole Kidman married to Matt Dillon, and she wants to be a
A
famous news
star.
anchor. Yeah, she wants to be a star. She
Yeah.
wants to be famous. She
Yep.
wants to be on everybody's TVs at like 8 o'clock at night, every single night. And she has this project in mind where she'll go to a high school and document their lives, and just like what are teens up to? What do they do in their day to day?
Because we always want to
Get
know
their
what are the teens up to?
Yeah, get their thoughts, get their opinions, what's hot, what's happening. And then she does that and also has an affair with 17-year-old Joaquin Phoenix in the meantime.
Only because, and spoilers obviously, only because she wants to kill her husband.
Yeah, that's like totally okay, justifiable. And then she gets spoilers, Casey Affleck and Joaquin Phoenix to kill her husband, because she says that he's abusing her. And he's not, but like that's neither here nor there, to be fair.
But he's stifling her life and her career. He wants her to be a
Exactly.
mother, but she's a
Which is
mother
a
in a different way.
Yeah, which is a form of abuse in itself. That
Yeah,
he would dare burn out Nicole's shining star.
yeah.
So really, she had no
Forcing
choice.
forcing a woman to give up her career,
No.
ridiculous. We're feminists here.
Yeah, this is a feminist production, and I think it's justifiable that Nicole Kidman uh, got her husband killed, and had an affair with a teenager. All in the sake of, for the sake of art and her
Yeah,
career.
she wants to
Okay.
be a
It wasn't because
star.
she was into teenagers.
No.
It was directly helping her career. So she is a girl boss.
If her character had made like a documentary about like, I don't know, truck drivers, she would have slept with a truck driver and made him run over her husband.
Exactly.
So
It
it's
was
all good.
just who was at her disposal, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Happened to be troubled teenagers that nobody would pay attention to if one of them starts sleeping with a married woman in like her 30s.
Yeah. Everyone would look at that teen and go, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course you'd do
It's
that.
grungy Joaquin Phoenix in an abusive household.
Not even abusive, it's just neglective
Yeah.
household.
The photo booth scene was really sweet. I am a sucker
Yeah.
for a photo booth.
The carnival and like the
Yeah.
car, like when Nicole Kidman was dancing in the rain. Wow.
Oh,
Who wouldn't
yeah.
fall in love with her?
It reminded me of the scene in The Fablemans with
Yeah.
Michelle Williams when she's dancing in this, like the
Yeah.
headlights
The
of the car.
campfire actually.
Yeah, and she's like kind of crazy, but you love her.
Yeah, and she's like wearing a nightgown, and then you can see like
Hmm.
the outline of her body, and then you remember, oh, her son is filming her. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, I kind of felt like that.
Yeah.
A little very on the nose.
Yeah.
Um, I
What
don't
an
think I.
incredible film, The Fablemans, as well as To Die For.
Yeah, did we talk about the Fablemans last episode too? Is that just
Yeah,
I
we
didn't
did.
hear it. It's a good movie.
We like
Everybody watch
Spielberg.
it.
We like it. We like him all right.
Yeah, I'm not too convinced on the new one coming out, the new Spielberg.
Because
It
that's
doesn't,
sci-fi and that's not your thing.
yeah, and the trailer's not selling me, to be fair. It
I
looks
saw the
weird.
I saw the most recent one last week and I thought it was nice. I heard that he didn't want to include any part of the third act in any of the trailers, which was, interesting. Most people don't do that no more. They spoil everything in the trailers.
Yeah. Um, I just can't get behind, I think, the animals going into the house in that one shot. It feels like a really bad Christmas movie. And it's just like, it's not, there's something about it where I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch that.
I'll admit, most of the CGI in those trailers aren't that great. They're not very polished
No,
yet.
they're really bad. And like, it
I think,
looks
yeah,
bad.
I think animal CGI is just generally bad. I don't think anybody can do them well.
You know who could?
James
Narnia.
Cameron. Oh, yes.
Probably James Cameron too. I'll give that to him. No, Narnia had pretty good animal CGI for, and also, well, Spielberg back in the day with Jurassic Park,
That
it's
doesn't
so
count.
impressive. Yeah, it does.
No, because they were robots. They were animatronics.
Well, but they CGI'd some of it.
Okay, but dinosaurs aren't
The
animals.
the Brachiosaurus,
Okay,
that's CGI. The Have you seen Jurassic Park?
I have.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I have when I
Just
was a
making sure,
kid.
guys. Well, it's a good movie.
Yeah,
But they CGI'd the dinosaurs. Only some of them were robots. Or
the
only
close-ups.
they had like some robot functionality, but then they would have to CGI some stuff. And it's really impressive. I'll just
Yeah.
say. So he's kind of slipping from his goat status, if you think about it.
Loki, yeah, because he made Ready Player One and that was like famously
He
bad.
made that?
Yeah.
Whoa. Did anybody see it? I don't think so.
Um, Maybe two people. You and your mom.
No, that was the movie me and my mom did not watch. Do you think he's one of those directors that it's like Ridley Scott, where they make like a really good movie and then they kind of make a few duds and then they make a really good movie again? Do you think Spielberg's kind of in that?
Yeah.
Maybe not as bad as
Yeah.
Ridley Scott, but
Was it Ridley Scott that said, do one for yourself and then do one for the masses? Something like that.
sure, I'll believe that.
Okay.
I'll factor that into my belief system.
Because it is a pretty good thing to live by. You have to do one for the masses. That's how you get money, commercial work. And then you do one for yourself is for the art, your auteur side.
Yeah, and I would say The Fablemans was probably doing it for Spielberg, and
That's
now
his most personal film, so yes.
what is this movie called? Disclosure Day?
Yeah.
Okay, this one's for the masses.
But it does feel Spielberg because it's very similar to there was this one sci-fi film with Tom Cruise. I don't remember the name.
Well, not Arrival. That's
No.
Amy Adams.
Yeah, and Danny
Uh,
Villeneuve.
not Independence Day. That is Tom Cruise, I'm pretty sure, but
No.
not sci-fi. No, Independence Day, isn't
No,
it?
Independence Day was Will Smith, wasn't it?
I'm thinking of Born on the 4th of July. No, that's not what that movie's called.
No.
What there is a 4th of July movie with Tom Cruise, and it's like 3 hours
Um,
long.
uh, you are thinking of um, but Born on the 4th of July is a movie, but not the movie that you're thinking about.
I did watch it on the 4th of July, whatever this movie is.
There you go. You're thinking of A Few Good Men.
No, I'm not.
A Few
I'm
Good
thinking of,
Men. That's
no,
you
I've
can't
never seen
handle the
that.
truth.
No, I've never seen that movie. I'm thinking of Born on the 4th of July.
But that's a different sort of movie.
No,
What do
but
you
this
what do
is the
you
movie I watched. I was thinking this was called Independence Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with that genre. I'm just
Okay.
naming the movie I thought
The movie that I was talking about, Spielberg and Tom
it.
Cruise, that's called War of the Worlds.
Okay.
And I
They're
watched
all
it,
kind of the same
yeah,
name.
I watched it when I was a kid and I loved it, even though it like freaked me out. It scared me
Mhm.
really good. But yeah, it was great. I loved it. And that's why I like Spielberg.
I would watch Jurassic Park like once a week on VHS as a kid. That was like one of three movies I watched. It was Jurassic Park, Wayne's World, and Austin Powers.
That's so
So
you.
clearly I developed really good taste.
I'm
That's
trying
where
to think of the
my
movies that I used to watch. I don't know. I think it was some sort of Barbie movie.
well, I had like actual kids movies that I
Mm.
watched, but the most meaningful movies that I would watch were those three.
Yeah.
Um, I was a very advanced child. My humor is very advanced, obviously, you can tell.
Spielberg and his one for the art, one for the masses. Uh, it ties back to Nicole Kidman, I think, because
I
if you
was just
look,
gonna say.
if you look at her career, she nowadays she will do like commercial work and then do authorical. That's not a word. Author work.
Yeah. And something that you said earlier too, she's very good about working with female directors.
Yes.
And often those are not the things that are for the masses.
Mm.
But what
And
has she done recently?
most of the time, they're independent work as well. Like they're not like
Hmm.
really backed by studios.
No. She's very like diverse in her like roles and like what
Mm.
she takes on, I will say. I guess her, yeah, one for the masses that she's doing upcoming is Practical Magic too, because everything in Hollywood right now is just like a millennial nostalgia sequel,
They're
like,
all sequels, all remakes.
and they're all sequels 20 years after the first one came out, like Devil Wears Prada 2. I'm sorry, who wanted that?
My
I
mom.
didn't. Your mom apparently.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't want it. She wants to see it. That's all. Sorry,
Yeah,
mom.
but she didn't need it. She didn't want it into existence. But now
Yeah.
we have practical magic too. And I gotta say, you said it in your review that we should have reviewed practical magic. Practical magic's like just okay.
I've never seen it.
It's fine.
I just picked
It's
a silly movie.
Yeah, it's like an okay movie. Nicole Kidman's hair, fantastic in
Yeah, of
it.
course.
Obviously. It's got a great feminist message of killing a man, just like to die for. But it's okay. It's got that nostalgia where everybody thinks it's really great because they were like 5 when they watched it. Um, Very similar to Hocus Pocus, I think.
I
I
think
think
I mix them up quite often. I've seen
Yeah.
neither.
I just think a lot of millennials who are now in the film industry
Yeah.
are blinded by nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's
It's an
okay. Let
epidemic.
it go. Yeah, just move on. Like I
Please.
saw Yorma Tacone from the Lonely Island. I saw his new movie with Jason Segel and Samara Weaving, over Your Dead Body. And like it was fine. It wasn't anything to write home about. But why did it have like 10 Harry Potter references in 2026?
God.
Like, why are we like, who needs that?
How is that like relevant in any way?
It's not. Like, they just had these like stupid jokes about referencing Harry Potter, and it's like, okay,
What does
like
this appeal
get
to?
out of here.
Just think of like the average audience, you know? I think it's a good mixture of millennials and Gen Z at least. I want
hmm
to say Gen Z are watching movies. Do
Yeah,
Gen
we're like,
Z care about Harry Potter?
no. I mean, it's like I think Gen Z grew up with it, but I think they're more distanced from it. They're not as blinded by the nostalgia.
Yeah.
And they can let it go because of like how terrible JKR is. I think
Mhm.
millennials have a harder time letting it go because
Yeah.
it's
And
more
what
a part of the millennial like cultural identity, where it's not as much the cultural identity for Gen Z.
Yeah, I think Gen Z, they've managed to grow out of it. Thank God.
hmm Yeah, because I think a lot of the prime years of it weren't targeted to when Gen Z was young. Like, I don't fully consider myself Gen Z because that's like kind of cringe. But like I grew up watching it, and like loving the books and like the movies and stuff. But it was already established in the culture by the time that like I was reading them.
Yeah. I think when we were growing up, I think maybe the third one was out, like the third movie, like when we
hmm
were movie watching age.
Yeah. The
I
first
think
one I saw in theaters was like the sixth one.
I think I saw all of them in theaters when they were out. I only remember the third one, and that's coincidentally my favorite. Not that we like Harry Potter.
No. Coincidentally, the one that I also saw in theaters was my favorite too.
There you
So,
go.
and it was my favorite book. So,
Yeah, the third was my favorite book as well.
that's everybody's favorite book.
It's
Not
good.
us becoming the
Okay.
millennial directors referencing Harry Potter.
Oh shit. Oh no.
Anyway, what else is Nicole Kidman up to? What is she making these
Her
days?
most recent that I know was Holland, which my mom watched on the plane, and she said it
Was
was
that
bad.
with the Tom Wom scams?
Yes, Matthew
Okay.
McFadden.
Yes.
Yeah,
Tom.
Tom, beloved Tom.
King of edible leaves, spinach. We love
It's
Tom.
it's Hamlet to some
I keep
character.
seeing ads for his new TV show, The Miniature Wife, and I'm like, wow, he really fell off after seeing that shit. He got the whole company and now he's making The Miniature Wife.
The Miniature Wife, one of those titles that like one of those like contemporary millennial titles. The Miniature Wife, All the Light That We Can See, All the Miniature
Yeah.
Wives That We Can See.
You're just really dogging on millennials this episode.
Um, I think we're Zillennials, you know,
Yeah, that's what I tend to
99.
identify myself as.
Yeah.
It's too much of like a crossover between millennial and Gen Z, like tech sphere, I think,
Mm,
where like between 96 and 2000, you have not enough of what the Gen Z is familiar with, but not completely ingrained in like the millennials. Like it's kind of phasing out what millennial childhood looked like.
yeah.
Um, but it's not fully what Gen Z, I think, is commonly like used to growing up. Like we had like VHSs and like
Cassette.
dial-up, you know?
Yeah.
It's not as ingrained.
Yeah. We still had a designated computer spot,
Yeah.
computer desk.
We didn't get a computer until probably I was probably like a wee laddie, like 6 or 7 or so, maybe a little bit older. And we only got it because one of my mom's like clients, when she was like a hairdresser, like gave it to her, and he was
Oh,
like, "Here's a computer, you need one." And
is
she's
that
like,
how
"Do
you
I?"
paid her?
No, he just gave her a computer, I guess.
He's so
And we couldn't
kind.
have internet. We just had a computer. So like my game that I would play on it was you could have like a cat screensaver and the cat would walk across the bottom and you could like interact with the cat. And I think that's just what I would do. And I was like, computers are awesome because we didn't have
Oh,
internet.
that's so sweet.
Oh.
We had one computer. I don't know how old I was, but I remember playing Club Penguin on it quite often. I loved it.
I was a Zoo Tycoon kid.
Mm, don't
You
know
know
that
Zoo
game.
Tycoon.
Mm.
You don't know
But
Zoo
I
Tycoon?
know Roller Coaster Tycoon, and I think they're siblings.
Yeah, it's an offshoot of Roller Coaster Tycoon, but with
Yeah.
zoos.
Mm.
I was a big animal kid. Like animals were my jam.
Could not tell based on
Um,
everything I know about you.
anyway, yeah, so I had Zoo Tycoon too. Okay. I had all the expansion packs. So I had dinosaurs. I had the marine life.
Whoa.
I had like
Birds,
no. They had like different like
reptiles,
geographies. What am I thinking of?
geographies.
Geography. There's a word that I'm thinking of. Oh, they had like the Arctic, you know, and
Mm.
stuff.
Right, right, right.
Like tundra animals. There was another one,
Penguins.
but I don't remember. No, penguins, I think were already included in the regular. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I don't like seeing penguins in zoos. It makes me sad.
Yeah. Zoos kind of make me sad, but I know they're for like a good cause, but sometimes like they're not
It just depends
like
on
good.
how they're running it.
Yeah, it really comes down to that. You know what was a flop?
Mm.
Dogville. Let's talk about
Major
it.
stinking doo-doo flop.
It was awful. It was like just truly probably one of the worst movies that we could have ever watched.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you took responsibility for that pick.
Yeah, because after we'd seen it, because we didn't watch it together, but it was like back to back or something. And then
Hmm
you had texted me after you watched it, and you're like, "Why did we watch this?" And I was like, "Did I suggest it? Oh shit, I did."
I I think we agreed on it though, because it was also in my watch list, and we
Mm,
were just looking at like I think Nicole Kidman movies that were in our watch
yeah,
list. And Birth had been in mine forever because they played it at the music box, but I didn't go to it. But Dogville, I think, was just in both of our watch lists, and we were like, well, this ought to
it
be
looks,
something.
it sounds,
Yeah,
it
it had a
looks,
good premise.
yeah,
And it was something for sure.
it was something
Something
awful.
awful. Got to win.
Jinx.
Yeah, no, it was mean and it was misogynistic
And was
and
cruel.
it was cruel for no reason. And also, I thought the set dressing was boring. I got bored of it very quickly.
Yeah. Uh, I thought it was interesting. It did, as I mentioned, the transparency of the whole town was
Mhm.
quite important, I think. But yeah, it is a little like because when you like couple it with the camera work, and a lot of people mention it's like The Office, which is
Oh
not
yeah.
something you want to mention. But yeah,
Well,
I felt like a dress rehearsal more than anything.
yeah, I it just felt like it was the step before, well, like what you said, the dress rehearsal. It's like it was like the step before they actually made it into a movie, but then
Mm.
they forgot to actually shoot the movie, so they're like, well, we got all this footage. Or like they were filming an actual like stage version of it, and they're
No,
like, you wanna just watch it?
they were like they filmed like the tech rehearsal, the dress rehearsal, and then they'd run out of money.
Hmm.
So they're like,
And
okay,
then
cut it.
yeah, it was like we have it recorded, I guess. Because
Yeah.
I wrote down so interesting starting the prologue like a play. I don't know if I love it, but it's unique for sure. And then I also wrote, could we not get a better font? The font for the title cards is really bad. It was like Windows Movie Maker default font. It was
Yeah.
awful.
It felt very 2000s to me, this movie, in
Mm-hmm,
like a bad way.
absolutely. Yeah. No, because the office camera work can work in dramas. It worked in Succession, to
Yeah.
add that like playfulness to it. But
Yeah.
this didn't require like a human handheld quality. It made me think of when the first Hunger Games
Oh,
used
yes.
handheld camera work,
Yeah.
to make it very lifelike and following the people that were like reaped. But when it
Documentary-esque.
switched, yeah, but when it switched to them in the games, I think, and at least the sequels, it was stable camera work to like take us out of being in that environment and detach us from it a little bit.
Yeah.
But this made it so that we had no choice but to be like a spectator, which I didn't sign up for. I mean, I
Yeah.
did by watching the movie, but
Mr. Lars Van Trier, I did not consent to being a part of this sicko show.
no. And why was it 3 hours long?
Why was it 3 hours long? Nine
It didn't need to.
chapters?
Yeah, it didn't need to be that long. I'm
Yeah.
not really somebody who often complains about movies being too long. Even though I did complain about a Tom Cruise movie being very long. In my defense, in Tom's defense, I watched it at like 10 p.m., so I finished it well past midnight. Um, but like this movie, like I said, I don't really need it to be short, but if it's gonna be long, I want it to serve a purpose for its length. And it
Yeah.
felt like an hour of it could have been cut out.
I think it should have been 0 minutes long.
It should have never been made. That's true.
Yep.
I
But
just like I want to. Oh, sorry.
no, I was gonna say that the director also made this other film that a lot of people said was very uncomfortable. So I think it's just his thing.
Yeah, because I know he's the director for Nymphomaniac, which I haven't seen, but I think was in my watch list. Um, and then I saw he's the director, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that now.
Just immediately take it out of your watch list.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, I just don't think. It's interesting when men make movies like that
Yeah.
because they're not saying anything. They're just like a man making a movie and they're like, look I can have Nicole Kidman get raped all I want in my movie because I'm a man with a camera. And it's like, cool. Like you get Nicole Kidman to lead your film and that's what you're doing to her?
And then at the end, she kills everybody. Look, I'm a feminist.
Yeah, but she kills also children.
Children. Yeah.
And it was so weird because she got back at women who humiliated her, but not the
Yeah.
entire town of men that were raping her,
We
which
only
is how
saw her
you
kill
know.
one person.
Yeah, which is how you know a man made this movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Because,
think
like,
it's okay to tackle these very uncomfortable and taboo topics, but you really do have to do it in a very tactful way. You know,
mhm.
you gotta have a point.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't think I'm against rape being shown in film if it has like a reason for it, and if it's also like well executed. You know what I mean? Like that kind of
Yeah.
sounds odd, but like this was just exhibitionist, you know. It
Yeah.
wanted us to look at her but not feel bad. And it was just so humiliating in a way that like was so much further than what the situation actually would have entailed in like a reality. It felt past it. And I'm sure it's not, is unfortunately too far past the reality. Um, but it was past the reality that the film could conceive, if
Yeah.
that makes sense at all.
It does, it does. Yeah. I think he just really wanted the audience to like sit in their sickness. And I
And
didn't
the
like
whole,
it.
yeah, the whole slideshow of just like people suffering in like America or whatever, like at the end.
I
Bruh,
skipped it.
I'm living in Trump 2.0. You don't gotta tell me people are suffering in America, okay? Like I'm there. I get it.
I skipped it completely because I was like, well, listen, the whole world is suffering. I'm good.
Yeah. I watched like a few pictures just to see like what the vibe was, but it just felt like he was taking a really obvious hammer to a really obvious nail.
Yep. Yeah. He thought he was being smart by like putting up a mirror to the audience. Look, that's you.
Yeah.
I get
He's
it, man.
like, your life sucks. You're a bad person.
I know exactly what the world looks like. I know exactly what I look like. You don't have to show me.
Like, can you believe men do this? Men are doing
Whoa.
this.
And I'm
Yeah, buddy.
excluded from that narrative.
Yeah. I only do it artistically in film, okay? I'm
This
better
film,
than them.
this film is a social experiment. The experiment being, how much can audiences take? How much did you take? All 3 hours.
Yeah, we sat through it. I couldn't zoom it up, I couldn't fast forward.
No,
We're committed to our craft.
very committed. It took me 2 days to watch this. I stretched it
Yeah.
out.
I think it also took me 2 days
Yeah, I think so.
because I
Yeah,
got to
yeah,
a
yeah.
point. Yeah, because I
You'd pause.
finished it the
Mhm.
day after you finished it or something, and you had
Yeah,
warned me about like
yeah.
the marker to look out for in the twist because I was like, this movie's kind of boring. Like it's just over an hour into it, nothing's happening. And then you were like, 1 hour and 30 minutes.
You were
I feel
actually, I
sick.
think, about 5 minutes off of where I'd warned you. I think
Yeah.
so. Because you said, I think 127,
Yeah,
and
when
I was
I
at
when I popped
135.
back in, it was like 1:15.
Oh, yeah.
So I
Yeah,
was very
basically.
close.
Yeah.
I was like, oh boy, what do I expect from this? And what it gave me, I don't think I could have dreamt that up.
No, for like a couple days after that, I would get like flashes of the movie in my head. It
Hmm.
was horrible. I don't want to say PTSD, but it kind of felt like it.
No, because it really stays with you in like
Yeah.
a very invasive way.
Mm.
And like I also would get like flashes of remembering it a few days like after it. And the image for me that I see is Nicole walking away from like their meeting
Mm,
and dragging the iron wheel that's chained to
yeah,
her neck. And I
yeah,
just like that I can't stop picturing because it's like the act that was being done to her character was
mm,
already horrible. Of just like not only is she chained to the bed, but she's chained to the bed for the sole purpose of multiple men in either one night or just every night. They all get their turns, I guess. They have a schedule,
yeah,
coming in and violating her and raping her. And then to not have any sort of freedom when just doing the work that she's providing, like in the town to begin with, and to have that like iron that she has to drag, that really stuck with me.
yeah. It was the weight of all the trauma that she got
Hmm.
manifested.
Yeah, and what I just couldn't get behind, and I kind of touched on it in my review of like things are just done to people in this movie. Like things just
Mm,
happen. There's no agency to the characters. They're just doing things for the sake of doing it.
yeah,
And I just couldn't understand and like I guess I couldn't realistically buy like in the movie like that she just wouldn't leave at any point. Because it's
yeah,
not like her only choices were to stay in that town forever or to leave and immediately go back to like her mob father. She could find another town, you know.
yeah. She could have climbed up the mountains, even though they kept saying it's dangerous. I would
Yeah.
have I
I
would have
would have
risked
risked
death.
it. Yeah. Oh God. And then I did cry actually, um, with the Apple truck scene.
Oh God, I hated the apple truck
That
scene
was
because
that was probably
it was
yeah.
much worse than what Bill Skarsgård did, I think, because like the guy was I'm
Selling.
sorry. Sorry. But one of the Skarsgårds. Papa
One of the two.
Skarsgård. It was much worse than what he did because the guy in the apple truck, he was so like docile and
Mhm.
he still got what he wanted.
Well, and what also made that one worse too for me was that everybody was in on it in a way. Because
Yeah,
she never had a chance of escape with him
no.
because he already had agreed to just bring her back.
Mm,
So he just had to buy time, and that's how he chose to do it. Like
yeah.
with the Stellan Skarsgård one, that one also made me cry. Um,
The
but
very
like
first one that was ugh.
oh, and it was like it was horrible because of all the openness of like the set and everything, and just like she was just like his friend, you know, and he's got like all these young daughters. But that one was more predictable, I guess. Like you could see that one being plausible,
You could
but
see
the
the build
apple,
up, I think.
yeah. That's a better way of looking at it. But like the Apple truck one, and it was her boyfriend's dad. That was just like
No,
awful.
it was the other guy. The boyfriend's dad didn't do anything, but he reported.
Oh,
The driver
I
was just the
mean,
driver.
I thought the driver was the boyfriend's dad. Never mind.
No, the boyfriend's
That's
dad
on
was the
me.
doctor, but who cares? Hated the boyfriend. He is
Oh
every
yeah.
man in the world.
Well,
Like,
and then like, because he's like aware of it and he's letting it happen and he's encouraging it. And then like he's
yeah,
like, oh, but I'm not doing it. I'm not
yeah.
going there and raping her either. And then he does.
And
Like,
he's like, how come everybody gets to rape you but me?
yeah. And it's just like that's not
Yeah. Do you hear
that's not the
yourself, man?
yeah.
And
Ugh, it's
he was
just
played
awful.
by Paul, what's his name? Paul Bettany. Hate that man.
I don't know who that is.
His only other notable role was like in Marvel, the robot. Um,
Oh, Age of Ultron?
yeah. No, no, no. He's the red one. Sorry.
Yeah. He's
Oh, he was Vision. That's the name. Wanda Vision.
so he's like irrelevant.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody go search up Paul Bettany text. You'll find some
Oh, what
interesting
happened?
things. He's friends with Johnny Depp.
Enough said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
not
that's why he was the
great.
perfect guy to play this role.
Yeah, and he was so weaselly.
Ugh.
Oh God. Yeah, this movie was awful. So,
To sum it up,
yeah, everybody go in the comments and just yell at Jazz for making me watch this movie.
I'll accept it. It's fine. Yeah, I take
Yeah,
responsibility.
this
I
one's
will
on
be
me.
held accountable. Yeah.
I even
Don't cancel
tried
me. Don't cancel me. I will have my notes app apology up soon.
I even tried to like make some points of like yay, like good
Mm.
notes. My first note was Chloe 70. Because like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
always great to see Chloe 70 in a film.
Mm.
And then I wrote a quote thinking that I could use this in my review if I liked the movie, or even if I was medium on the movie. If this is the town you love, you have a really funny way of showing it. And then I was just like, no, scratch that. I
Yeah.
don't want any part of this to sound like praise. And then my last note before everything went up in flames was Nicole is so fab, which she really
She's so
is.
fat. Her fur coat, gorgeous.
Yep. That
Her
was
bob in this.
literally, yeah. The curly little bob really suited her. And the fur coat was exactly why I wrote she's so fab.
Yeah, that's mother.
Yeah, that's mother. Um, but the movie that we did like that I suggested was Birth.
It was so good.
It was really good. I had no clue what to expect from that movie. Like,
Yeah.
obviously I read the premise, but
Yeah,
have
it
you?
really, I don't know. It's one of those movies that like really takes your breath away, I think, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
no,
so good.
I also really appreciated what you said at the end of your review as, pretentious cinephile as it can sound, is like you couldn't make this movie today. Like
Really.
it wouldn't be Dexter. He's in the windowsill and he just started tapping at my leg.
That's your cat.
Um, that's my cat, Dexter. There's just a man hanging outside my windowsill,
Tapping your
tapping.
foot.
Yeah. Um, no, you really couldn't make a movie like Birth today because it wouldn't be sincere. And that's the best part about Birth. It's a sincere movie,
Hmm.
and everything that comes out today is seeped in irony,
Hmm.
and like sarcasm, and it's also pessimistic. A lot of things are pessimistic. I have
Yeah.
these articles saved on Substack to read. So I haven't read them yet, but I will. On just like how every rom-com is like very like fatalist and like very pessimistic of like heterosexuality right now. Which like fair. I think that's an astute observation that sometimes heteronormative society like ain't all that it's cracked up to be. But like everything is so like irony pilled and like negative. And this movie really just asks you to believe in them.
Yeah.
And you can't get that anymore.
Yeah. Even though like the director I think is Jonathan Glazer. He
Who I never
uh
heard of.
yeah, he made The Zone of Interest and Under the Skin, I think. Those are his
Oh,
notable films.
the zone of interest was poop
I
on a
haven't even
butt.
seen it. But but from what I heard, it's still
Oh
quite
wait,
I think
no. No,
You were thinking
I
of
need
something
to
else.
amend my sentence. I was thinking of Triangle of Sadness. I take that back. The Zone of Interest was the movie about the Holocaust.
Mm-hmm.
I take it back. I was
Concentration
thinking
camp.
of Triangle of Sadness.
Yeah.
Okay, that's on me. Sorry.
Um,
Continue.
I think the best way to describe his directing, or like his directing, his style, is very stark, you know? There's this one line in a review for Birth that I wanted to kind of steal for my own review, but I thought against it. This film really like looks you in the eye, you know? It doesn't blink,
Mhm.
it doesn't like shift away. It just you stark head on.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's incredible. If he tried to make it today, if he tried to make Birth today, maybe it could work. Like if all the circumstances were the same, if he did it himself and then he got Nicole Kidman, maybe it would work. But I don't think it would have hit as hard as it does now. Like
No, because it would have had
final
to
product.
be almost self-censoring in a way. And
Yeah.
that is interesting that it requires you to just look because the same thing was happening in Dogville, but in a worse way. Because they're
Yeah.
both just about observing what's going on, but there's something with Birth where like you do want to buy into it. You do want to believe it, you know?
Yeah.
And with Dogville, it's like I think it's because everybody else in the film is looking away
Mm.
that it makes it harder to look, which is like not to say that we want to be looking away from what's going on and letting her be subjected to it more, but it's that we wish the others in the film were looking.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. It's like,
Yeah.
we can't believe that like we're the only ones looking. Why am I the only
Right.
spectator in this, you know?
Yeah. But
Bystander
with
effect or something.
exactly, but with Birth, it's like you almost want to look away sometimes.
Yeah, because it's very intimate. Like I think you mentioned it in your own review and stuff. It makes you want to just take a breath.
Yeah, like I felt like I shouldn't be watching some of it. You know, there were
Mm,
things that were so, intimate, but also like sincere and like delicate that
mm,
I felt like I shouldn't be part of it. It felt like it would be tainting the conversation to have somebody listen and an eavesdrop, especially like when Nicole's character really starts to believe it more. And you
yeah,
see her like wanting it to be true so badly almost.
yeah,
The more that she believes it, the more I felt like I was invading on their space. And because I was like, well, I want to believe it for them too.
yeah. I bought it immediately. I was like, okay, he's the husband. Sure.
Yeah. I don't know if I bought it, but I was intrigued by it for sure.
I think I'm just a romantic. I want to believe. I have an X-Files
Well,
poster that says I want to believe, so that's me.
what?
I
I
have an
hear you.
X-Files poster that says I want to believe, and I think that it really sums me up. I want to believe. I'm a
Yeah.
believer.
I'm a believer. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's not that I didn't believe. I just was I needed to be, I think I needed proof, like, you
You're a little bit
know.
of a skeptic. A
Well,
little
I
bit.
don't, maybe. I believe in aliens and I believe in ghosts and I, believe in all that. Um,
You know, it's funny. I don't believe in ghosts.
and yet you have the
Yeah.
poster.
Well, that's X-Files. That's aliens. I believe in aliens. I don't believe in ghosts.
Well, it would be self-centered to believe that there's no aliens.
Yeah, exactly.
That we're the only things capable of life in like the entire universe?
It
No,
makes
I don't
no
think so.
sense. No.
That being said, those aliens do not look like that ugly rock from the bad Ryan Gosling movie.
Well, you never know.
No, I don't believe that. That's for sure. I'll be skeptical about that. But I don't know it was so much that I was a skeptic. I was just like, I wanted to believe it, you know. Well, I actually don't know if I wanted to believe it because I was like, he is a kid, and like logistically, how is this gonna work? But I liked the idea of it being real.
Yeah.
And I think when it was not real, I was very let down.
Yeah, I was devastated with her, even though obviously
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I guess I just didn't understand why it wouldn't be real. I mean, besides like the whole reincarnation
Reincarnation.
aspect, I guess like when he realized that it wasn't real, I didn't understand like how he realized that. Maybe I'm forgetting something, maybe I'm stupid.
What do you mean? Talk your way through your thought process.
Like, okay, so how did maybe I don't remember, but like how did he realize that he wasn't actually her husband? Like where how did he get that idea that he was? And then how did he realize he wasn't? Am I
He,
stupid?
no, you're just forgetting. The husband's brother's girlfriend, before she went to the engagement party, she had a gift and then she went to bury it. The boy was around and he kind of followed her to the park where she buried it and then he dug it up. And the gift was a box of letters from the husband to Nicole Kidman, or no, Nicole
Mm.
Kidman's letters to the husband, but it was all unopened. So when the boy read it, he was like, swept away by Nicole Kidman's love letters. So he kind of
Okay.
believed he wanted to be loved by Nicole Kidman. So he wanted to be a husband.
Okay. I
But it
see.
turns
Yeah.
out that the husband was cheating on Nicole Kidman. So yeah.
Yeah. That's so funny. I have like no recollection of that.
It's only at the climax of the film.
That's crazy. And I just like don't remember. Am I okay?
Maybe you
Like,
watched it late at night.
am I discovering in real time that I have brain damage?
No way.
Because like, wow, that went over my head. Professional movie watcher over here.
It's because of all the mercury in your head.
Why is there mercury in my head?
Because you eat too much salmon.
I do eat a lot of salmon.
But it's okay. I have mold in my brain. We are a matching pair, as always.
Yeah, and I've got mercury poisoning.
Was Nicole Kidman in Paddington
Yeah, she was in Paddington too. No, she was in the first
too?
Paddington. She was in the first. Sorry.
What was her character? I don't remember her.
She was taxiderming. She wanted to taxidermy Paddington.
Oh, right. The villain.
Yeah. No, she was good at playing a villain.
Yeah,
She
because
has
of
that
her
range.
severity.
She's very severe looking. Well,
Yeah.
and also I hate to say it, you know, like her Botox ain't helping her like severe face.
Mm,
Um, because it makes her eyebrows more arched, and like kind of like triangular, where they
yeah.
used to be very flat. And it also makes her lips more like pouty and like kind of like a fish way. There's like um oh man, for those listening, I wish you could have seen the face that Jazz just made. Um, but there was like a line in Baby Girl. I don't know if you guys have picked up. I love Baby Girl. I thought it was a good movie.
I didn't finish it.
But yeah, that we gotta fix that.
I wanted
Um,
to this week, but I got distracted. It ran
well,
away
there's a
from me.
line where like her kid makes fun of her for looking like a fish because she's getting Botox. And to be fair, like the kid's not wrong.
It was improvised.
Yeah, like Nicole Kidman's beautiful, don't get me wrong. Like she still looks good.
Of course.
But the Botox is apparent as it is for like everybody.
Yeah. I think she
But
was the first or one of the first celebrities that I like recognize had Botox or at least did something to her face.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she did it
It's
like pretty early on.
hmm it's very much like upkeep for her now.
Mhm.
Which, is sad because she didn't really need it. And it
Yeah.
has altered her face.
But I think it didn't really impede much of her acting. Like
Hmm.
she can still act.
Yeah. Because, like, she can also move her face still.
Mm.
It's not so bad. Like, I noticed Anne Hathaway couldn't really move her eyebrows anymore and like her
Yeah.
forehead. And like she had a crying scene in that boy bands movie that I also watched with my mom. Um and she like couldn't move her forehead to cry. And I was like, what are we
Yeah.
doing? Y'all are
Yeah.
actresses.
You're like cutting off your own legs, essentially.
Yeah, like you need to move your face to act.
That's
And
your
that's why
job.
like yeah, that's why it's like so important that Nicole can because her eyes and her eyebrows are so integral to her acting style and like
Yeah.
her ability.
I think she not to like um uh is it condone or condemn? Not to be
Well,
pro
see,
Botox. Not to be pro
condone.
Botox, but I think, Nicole did it in a very tasteful way. I think the way she, does her face, I don't know, it's better than all the current actresses doing it now.
Hmm. Well, everybody's just changing their face. At least I can look at her and be like,
Yeah.
well, that's Nicole Kidman. And she does look older. She's just upkeeping her
Yeah.
age, you know.
Yeah.
But
I
like, you
watched
don't
a
look her.
Yeah, I watched an Anne Hathaway video recently where she was like talking about how much she loves being 40, she loves being older, nah, 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 nah. And then she like made this face like she wanted to like furrow her eyebrows and it didn't move.
Mm. And it's like, obviously, you don't love being 40 if you're trying
Yeah,
to look 25.
yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
Anne. Loves
Well,
ya.
and it's like the substance actresses both missing the point of the movie. Like Margaret Qualley got a boob job.
Hmm.
And Demi Moore is starving herself on Ozempic.
Yep.
And it's like,
It's freaky.
girl, you're too old to be that skinny. Like, she's
Yeah.
not old, like an old person, but
Mm.
she's like older where she should not be that thin. It makes her look even older than she is.
Yeah, you're kind of too old to have like an eating disorder.
Yeah. And it's just like, how are you in this movie that is so viscerally about the beauty standards of women in Hollywood and women as they age. And you're like, right, so I gotta do that. I gotta meet those beauty standards. Like the substance for what it was, you know, I think it was an okay movie with a really great message.
Yeah.
And it was one of the few times where I felt like my internal feelings of like being a woman in my day-to-day life were being translated in a way that I could relate to. Where
Mm.
like sometimes I think when movies try to be like, this is what it is to be a woman. It's so tough to be a woman in society and all this misogyny is around you. Like, like Lars von Trier, like being like, it's awful being a woman because you're just getting chained to the bed, and like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. But it was like the substance was like, no, this is like what it is to be like a woman in society. And it was very just like it's not pretty, obviously, but
No.
it was a very visceral, like uncomfortable, like savage feeling that was like, yeah, that is like what I feel. Like when I will have like, moments of like the deepest insecurity it was being played out like in a tangible way in the substance. And it makes me so mad that the two actresses that conveyed that fell victim to it. And it's just
Yeah.
like,
I
how do you do that?
I think I'm willing to give Demi more grace because I think she was one that famously struggled with eating disorders. So I guess it is hard to like break away from that.
Hmm.
Even doing this film is supposed to be like therapeutic, cathartic, whatever. But old habits die hard and stuff. But
Yeah.
Margaret Qualley, she's like she's new, you know?
Yeah.
She's
She's
up and
so
coming.
young.
She should know, I guess. She should see what's going on.
Yeah, and with Demi Moore too, I think if I'm not mistaken, she'd kind of like not been around for a little bit. Like she'd like
Yeah.
maybe not been in the like limelight as much.
I think this
And
was
now
her
she's
first film
back.
back.
Yeah, now she's back in it. And like obviously we know Hollywood is tough to women.
Yeah.
Like we know that.
Couldn't have guessed.
Um, but Margaret Qualley makes me upset too because it was such a nothing change. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it wasn't
It didn't add
I don't
anything, didn't subtract anything from her
yeah, I
look.
don't think you look at her pre-boob job and you're like, "Oh my God, like she's flat-chested." Like I don't think I ever once considered that she wasn't working with a lot upstairs, I guess. Because I don't think
Yeah.
her roles have ever required that
No.
thought.
No. Most of her roles, I think the ones that I know, they really just focus on her face, not really her body.
Mm-mm.
Not that
It's just like
any
it's
role,
just
maybe.
there.
Yeah.
Like the substance was the only time that her body was like a focus. And then even when it was the focus, it wasn't so much that I was like focusing on qualities of the body. I was focusing on like how they filmed her body.
Yeah. It's
Um,
not like we saw her boobs and like it needs more.
yeah.
And
But yeah.
I think Margaret Qualley, whatever, her boob job is like subtle in a way that like uh people can say she didn't get a boob job. It's just push-up
Yeah.
bras, which is really just it encapsulates a lot of people's so-called feminism nowadays.
Mhm. Well,
Excuse
don't
me.
even get me started on her directing the Sabrina Carpenter like softcore music video.
I still see it every now and then on my timelines. I
Ugh.
get pissed off all over again.
I can't I honestly I can't invest more energy in complaining about Sabrina Carpenter. The fact that she appeared to me in my dream and I still was nice and was like, hey, what you're doing is really weird. And as your new friend, I want to support you and help you find a way to embrace your sexuality that isn't just making pornography, for a music video.
Yeah,
And she still didn't listen to me in my dream. That's how I know there's no saving this girl.
no. But Jessie is so kind.
Jessie is so kind. I have dreams about trying to save Sabrina Carpenter from her own like obsession with
Male validation.
male validation. Yeah. Like I dreamt about trying to free her from that. Because I'm a
You're
feminist
a true feminist, a true ally.
and I can't, I can't do it anymore. If she's even in my subconscious rejecting me.
It's horrible. And then now we flipped on to Olivia Rodrigo and her baby doll
Oh
bullshit.
God. And then like I saw like an article on like Substack, obviously, because it's a Substack writer, they gotta write about how Olivia Rodrigo's actually not trying to look like a sexy baby. She's trying to look like she's in the Palace of Versailles. Okay, well, like last I checked, the Palace of Versailles, like Marie Antoinette, they weren't wearing baby doll dresses.
No, they had big poofy dresses and
Yeah,
the
like
tiny little shorts.
we all have seen Sofia Coppola's Marie Antoinette. We
Definitely.
know what they're wearing. Have you
Yeah.
not seen it?
No.
Oh, girl.
Sorry. The
Uh,
husband from Birth was in it.
the husband from Bird was it Marie?
Succession guy.
Well, who was? Oh, was he in?
I just saw it on his letterbox.
Okay, I'll believe you.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
remember. Um, but yeah, no, Olivia Rodrigo. I don't even. And also, I was listening to "Don't Delete the Kisses" by Wolf Alice this morning.
Banger.
That's what she ripped off. Like her song
Yeah.
is just a rip off of that.
Yeah. And Hot to Go.
I haven't heard enough of the song to hear the hot to go, but the snippet I
The
have heard.
first, I think,
Okay. I think
the
the
build up.
chorus is ripping off "Don't Delete the Kisses."
Yeah. And then the bridge was The Cure, very
Of course,
clearly.
because she's never actually made an original song.
No.
Like she has, and this is the same thing with Sabrina. They have nice voices. Sabrina's is so many layers of fake though. Like you
Mm.
don't even I don't even know what her real voice sounds like at this point.
You can hear the curves that she's making with her vocal cords. She's like making it rounder. I don't.
Hmm. I just remember how forced her voice sounded on her collab with Taylor Swift,
Ugh.
which I just in this conversation remembered existed.
I don't like how she's going country. Where did
Well,
that
she's
come
in,
from?
well, and then bringing it back to Margaret Whaley, Jack Antonoff, always at the scene of the crime.
Yep.
You can't do a disco backing with country vocals.
It makes no sense.
No. And I'm reading Famesick right now. Jack
Mm.
Antonoff, Public Enemy #1.
Watch your back, bro.
Yeah,
We're gonna off your Anton.
everybody is focusing on how like Adam Driver kind of comes off weird like in the book. Like he's an aggressive ex-military guy with no social skills. Um which I think is fair of Adam
Yeah.
Driver. That's an
Yeah.
astute observation. But like Lena Dunham is very much like it's not portraying him in any way other than what he is like. And it doesn't seem like she really dislikes the way that she's like she wrote about how she kind of like fell in love with him for a little bit. They had like a
Mhm.
situationship where but he like had a girlfriend.
Of course.
And like nothing happened. They just really bonded and she really like started to have like intense feelings for him. And he was like kind of like just like aggressive in his manner, but not necessarily like pushing a boundary with her. And everybody's focusing, they're like, wow, Lena Dunham really wrote about how awful Adam Driver actually is. And it's like, I don't think she did that. But when you were reading about her relationship with Jack Antonoff, and she's painting it in a neutral, positive light, there are things where she lets slip through red flags about their relationship. And it's like, yeah, why are we not condemning Jack Antonoff more? It's like,
I haven't read it, but I hearing all this, it sounds like she's still kind of in love with Jack Antonoff, so she's like still being, kind to him in her writing.
no, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I think
The
she's
way you explained it.
reflect the maybe I explained it poorly. I think she's nicer to Jack because they had a more meaningful long-term relationship,
Mm.
but she's doing the thing where like she doesn't want to paint him too harshly because they're both quite public figures. And he also is like married now, she's married. So it would look weird to do too negative of a light, I think. But there are some things where it's like, no, that's a red flag of Jack that she is like reflecting on, you know.
Do you think that she recognizes that it's a red flag? Maybe she's reflecting on it, sure, but does she recognize that it's a red flag?
Yeah, I think that's why she's like including some things. And like um she even had like a passage that I read today of like 10 years ago I was taking his I'm sorry to be like, "Oh, I'm sorry that I didn't believe you." But now it's like, no, that I'm sorry was like I'm sorry that I can't care more that you're going through
Oh,
that.
Oh,
So yeah. And I haven't gotten into to it yet, but I'm pretty sure she alludes to the fact that he cheated on her with Lord when Lord was like 19.
I did see a video about that. I didn't
Hmm.
watch it, but yeah, I saved it because I want to read it.
Yeah, I'll update you.
Yeah.
But
I
speaking
mean,
of
it's a pretty open
young,
secret, isn't it? That they did
yeah,
have something.
yeah. Speaking of young loves, should
Yes.
we continue talking about Bert?
Okay.
Um, I don't know. We
I had an idea. I had an idea. I think birth,
okay.
the watching experience of birth feels like when you're at a house party and then you are trying to find a bathroom and you're walking down the corridor and there's like this slightly open door. Uh, this pair, they're having a conversation and you're just kind of listening in, you know? That's how it felt like to me because it was very, very intimate and
Yeah.
like you're intruding on something.
No, absolutely. I mean, that's exactly how I felt the whole movie. Um, especially in the diner
Mm,
when they're talking about having sex. It's like that's a 10-year-old boy.
yeah. Even though he's
And
claiming
then
to be your husband, that's still 10 years old.
yeah, and like obviously they're gonna like they are talking about they would have to wait, until he's like I think they say 21. They go past 18 to really make sure it's okay because they would look bad. But when she's like, "How are you gonna fulfill my needs?" And like it's just like, "Oh, that's a child."
Yeah.
Even though we think that he's your husband, we
It's
watched
still
two
strange.
movies where Nicole Kidman has an underage boyfriend.
Oh yeah, we did. And
Um,
then Dogville had like this really weird kid.
oh yeah, that kid was weird. Oh, asking for the
He's
spanking, and he's
begging
like,
for it.
"I've been
Not to shame.
bad. You need to punish me."
What's really weird.
I hated that. I had no clue how to read that kid.
No. And then immediately after it's
Yeah. Ugh. I wrote in my notes on this movie though, reverse Lolita.
like
I think Nicole could give us a what is his
Humphrey
name?
Humbert. Humphrey
No,
Humbert,
it's
isn't it?
it's Humbert Humbert.
Okay.
It's it's the
But it's
same.
Humphrey.
No, he has the first name and last name.
Fantastic. Wow.
Have you not read Lolita?
No, but I haven't.
You gotta read
What in
Lolita.
what situation would I have read Lolita?
Every like
Everybody has
everybody
read.
has read Lolita a little too young.
Everybody sound off in the comments.
I read it in high school and then I
Was it part
reread
of
it.
was it part of your curriculum?
No,
Okay.
that would be crazy assigned reading.
I don't know. America's crazy.
Like we're crazy, but like not that crazy.
Okay. I
Like
believe
we
you.
have some limits. We're not assigning like
Sure, sure, sure,
pedophilic
sure.
novels to our class
Maybe
assignments.
not till college.
No, I was never an assigned reading. I mean, I wasn't in any English classes, like besides like my basic intro one. But I read it, I think, like when I was 16 or so. And then I reread it like 2 years last summer or 2 summers ago.
Mm.
It's a good book. I highly recommend. It's like a fantastic mastering of language. It really is.
I hear that a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're like conflicted, isn't it, with the subject
Hmm.
and like the writing.
Yeah, because it's so beautiful. And like that was the purpose. And it's so horrible how it's been misconstrued throughout history. But
Mm.
like the purpose was it is supposed to be so beautiful that you empathize for Humbert, and then he'll say something that reminds you, oh my God, this is a child, you know? And it's just like,
Yeah.
it's that like conflict. But that's what I wrote. I said reverse Lolita with Nicole and the kid. Because there would be things where like it was so romantic when they're like,
Yeah.
when
The
he has like
bathtub.
the
Yeah.
bathtub, when his head is on her lap,
Yeah.
the wedding music and his outburst to that, and like how they punish him. Like there are things that are so good, and then you remember it's like, oh, this is like a kid who thinks that this is her husband.
Yeah. And he's a real kid. Like he's 10 years old. It's not even like a
Yeah,
teen or whatever. He's a
he's
child.
a child. I liked the bathtub scene because it felt very tender and parental. There was
Yeah.
like a very like careful element to it, even though it was towing that line of like this could be erotic
Yeah.
if it, you know, because we have that element of like this could be her husband
Yeah.
and they're caring for each other, but it also felt because there's still that suspension of disbelief where it might not be her husband, and at the same time, this is a kid who's like sad.
Mm.
It was very sweet.
Yeah. I liked there was this very small scene where it was like part of the montage. The kid was like on the monkey bars, and then Nicole was just watching him, and I think she was calling his mom and telling him that like he'll be late or whatever. It's very sweet. It's really maternal, I think, watching
Hmm.
over the child.
Yeah.
That was sweet. Aw.
Yeah. And I also really loved, I think I included um this line in my review, but I loved when she says, I wonder what you're going to look like. And
Yeah.
like the hope of getting to fall in love all over again, I guess, with her husband as like the
Yeah.
kid gets older. And I know she didn't like want that at first, but like I think it was like what a gift to be able to
Yeah.
do
Second
that.
chances. Yeah.
Yeah. And to like maybe do it better, to do it differently, to get it right, you know, but just the
Mm.
fact that she was almost presented with that opportunity to
Yeah.
fall in love with her husband again after he got like after he died
Mhm.
is it's sweet. It just is, you know.
And I think she
And
was
you want
really
it to,
she was like hoping that maybe he would look like her husband.
yeah, or like what is the like what is he gonna look like if he doesn't, you know?
Mm.
And like looking and studying this child's face is like you don't know how it's gonna age and stuff. And it's just like there's that thrill of like watching him turn into what would be her like life partner.
Yeah. I think a lot of love, a lot of relationships, you do kind of there's always that sense of like, I wished we had grown up together. I wish I knew you
Hmm.
as a child, or when you're like you met like as an adult. I wish I
Hmm.
was there for all of your stages of life.
Yeah.
So to have that like opportunity, pretty golden, isn't it?
Right. And like she didn't get to see her husband actually grow older with her because like he died, obviously.
Mm.
And now she not only gets to like get a chance again, but now she also just gets to see like her husband, you know, grow up in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's
realistically, like she still wouldn't have seen him older because like she's obviously
yeah.
she's older, so she would go first.
Yeah.
But I also
Yeah.
I also like that we never actually saw the real husband's face, you know? So
Oh
we never
yeah.
knew what he looked like.
So we could just believe that like he would look like this kid.
Yeah.
My other thing too, though, and I guess it makes sense because it re was revealed that he wasn't the husband, was I wonder if he acted like the husband at all. I think that was the biggest thing
Yeah.
is like, did her husband act like this? He was a very
Yeah.
like stiff child,
Mm. And
but
the one time that we hear him speak in the opening, he was very like casual and like very loose with it, I guess. And then we get to this child who's like, "It's me, your husband."
Yeah,
You
it was
know?
totally different.
Yeah, so I was immediately like, "You are not that husband." He would not say that, even though like we only knew him for like 5 minutes.
Hmm. Yeah, it was a choice. He
Mm,
was kind of giving young Sheldon.
low key.
Okay. I wrote that down. I said this kid looks like young Sheldon low key.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He does. But it also feels like a child's impression of an adult, you know?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
did.
He thinks that's how adults sound like.
Hmm.
Mm.
And obviously, like the home life, there's a fantasy of escape for him too, with them like running away together, with him actually being like, like her husband being an adult, having to go through childhood again. It's like it's an escape for him in a less than ideal situation. Like he's kind of got these like caring but like poor parents, I think,
Yeah.
and
And they're a
like
little bit emotionally distant as well, because I think of, their
hmm.
class. Yeah.
Yeah, and like he might not have like friends at school or anything. And this
Mhm.
helps provide him like this an explanation for why his life feels the way that it does.
Mhm.
Um, yeah.
Obviously, when you see like uh this elegant, older, richer lady, you kind of want to grasp it,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah, and I think that's why there was that maternal element too, because like he could just be searching for a new mom in a way, like a new
Yeah.
mother figure that can offer him more, or it could just be like he wanted he wanted to be the husband.
Yeah. He really wanted to be loved by her.
Mhm.
It broke my heart when he was that scene when he was at home and his like real mother was like, I don't know, not really comforting, but like, I don't know, comforting him, and then he was like, "I'm not your son anymore." That
Hmm.
made me so sad. That broke my heart.
Yeah. No, there was a lot of sadness throughout
Mm.
it.
Yeah. It's
There
really
was a
like you
lot of
said,
hope.
melancholic.
Yeah. Um, my only wrap up thought on Birth was I think Nicole Kidman is the most captivating woman of all time. She really is meant to be on film.
Yep. Thank God
Like,
she decided to be a screen actor instead of like a stage actor.
yeah, because she has a face that we've said it, it's severe, it's unique and like
Mm.
interesting to look at, where she's obviously beautiful, but she's also like angular and
Mm.
sharp, and can be like kind of angry. But she is just so fun to look at.
Yes.
And it just works.
Always entertaining.
With actresses now and like even actors too, like, not gonna just be misogynist. I'm gonna be equal critique. They all look alike, you
They
know?
really do.
Yeah, or they all have like neutral, how do we make myself look the best, that we can possibly look sort of face, where it's like they're not unique to look at anymore. And she just has that face where it's like Susan Sarandon, who
Yeah.
is gorgeous, but not in like maybe like an obvious like compositional way.
She's not like aware, like she's not like actively trying to be beautiful, I guess.
Hmm.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking about this with a friend. I think a lot of contemporary actors, they don't want to make acting choices that um they just want to be beautiful all the time. So
Hmm.
they don't want to they don't want to make any risky choices that could
Yeah.
make them ugly in any way, you know?
Yeah. Because I saw like praise when excuse me, when Zendaya was doing like Euphoria, of like, oh, she's not afraid to look ugly. But it's like, I don't think that's fully true or untrue. She
Yeah,
was a little bit in Euphoria, but she's not really like doing that a lot in her films where she's like gross. I don't know how like to describe it. Like she always looks put together no matter
yeah.
what.
She's not very messy. And I
Yeah.
think with the drama, I still think her acting, this isn't a diss, I still think her acting is pretty neutral, you know?
Hmm.
She's not
Yeah.
exactly pushing in any direction. It's really just there.
Yeah. She has these roles that are bigger than where her capability is at.
Yeah.
Um,
Biting off more than she could chew, maybe.
I think Challengers was really the best acting that she's done.
Yeah. But I also think Challengers, maybe her character, I don't want to say it's an easy role because it is very nuanced, but you know, you
Hmm.
can't really do much.
Yeah, maybe I liked her the most in that role.
I do
I think
too.
also I liked her in the drama.
Yeah.
Um, but but do I think somebody could have maybe played it better? Yeah, sure. But I think I
I don't
liked,
know about better, maybe a bit more interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I just liked what her specific casting gave the movie. Where
Mm.
like it was obviously like a young woman of color like being pipelined into spoilers for the drama, I guess, pipelined into like gun violence and the aesthetic of school shooting, which
Yeah.
usually is only given to like young white boys. So
Yeah.
I liked that dynamic.
Yeah. Her specifically being like a black woman, you know,
Hmm.
being pipelined. Yeah.
Yeah, it
And
gave it so much more like depth to the story, I think.
yeah. When you look at like acting wise, you put her next to Robert Pattinson, who really I think is one of the only contemporary actors who would really push to be as weird, as gross, as
Hmm.
strange as possible. When you
Yeah.
put them together, it's like, polished gem and like sharp rock. It's
Yeah,
just
but actually to defend Zendaya a little bit,
okay.
sorry.
Okay,
um, he really gave nothing in Die My Love.
that one I haven't seen. So
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence gave everything. And his
Jennifer
role
Lawrence is another
was,
level.
yeah, his role was also to not give as much as Jennifer Lawrence, but at certain points he was supposed to give as much as Jennifer Lawrence. And I think he actually didn't live up to her. Obviously, she's she's
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence. But like
Oscar winner.
that was a time where I did think R. Pats did let me down a little bit as an actor. Where
Hmm.
he could have played it bigger and weirder and angrier. And he almost was going into a very more normal mode of acting than than I'd seen him do for a while.
So like
So
Die My Love is like the inverse of the drama, maybe.
yeah, where like this was him being kind of a normal character, but giving more than the other character, or like the
Mm.
actress was supposed to, give as much as him. But in Die My Love, he failed to give as much. So
Couldn't win them
just
all.
just my observation.
We can't glaze Robert Pattinson too much. Gotta rein it
Yeah.
in.
I don't know what that means. And I don't know if I want to
Come on,
know.
context clues. We can't praise him too much. For a split second, I was deciding between saying glaze or praise.
Well, I thought you said glaze, and I was like,
I
I
did
don't
say
know.
glaze. I did.
Okay.
Yeah. Glaze
So it
means
just means
praise in Gen
praise.
Z. Yes.
That's
Sometimes
stupid.
I sometimes I go into a Gen Z mode.
That's stupid. I thought it would mean something else, but it just means praise.
It's like really, really praising. It's pardon my French, dick riding, essentially. I did say
Okay.
pardon.
Yeah. Well, I did say I don't know if I want to know.
I made
'Cause
the decision for you.
yeah. Um, well, Gen Z, they gotta say stuff, I guess. That's one thing about Gen Z, they gotta say stuff.
They really do gotta say stuff.
They always Gen Z loves to huff a little glue, show a little nib, and call it a bomb threat. My, I express my gender by being a girl at the pub, sorry.
Please work on your British accent. I want the
Yeah,
full experience.
Gen Z loves to make bird noises and sound effects. Arr!
Okay, but it's
Can
true.
we
They do love to make sound
they,
effects.
they are always making sound effects. Oh my God, can we get Jack Shep on the pod? Jack, if
Jack
you're
Shep,
listening, like
this
you're
is
one
our
of our
formal
five listeners.
invitation.
Can we get you on our pod? Can we huff a
Uh,
little glue, show a little nip, call it a bomb threat?
oh, Saturday Night Live UK is kind of uh dog walking Saturday Night Live America,
Oh yeah,
New York. Yeah.
big time. It reminds me that SNL can be good.
Revolutionary concept.
I know. It's been a few years since I've been reminded that SNL can indeed be good. So it's really nice to see SNL UK like be politically bold and
Yeah.
offensive. And I know it's like partially because it's like British humor is like built around those tenets, but like to see them get away with it is awesome. Where it's like, oh, SNL used to do that. Like they used
They
to
used to
make
push the
way
envelope.
too, yeah, they used to make way too many jokes about OJ Simpson. And that directly got Norm Macdonald fired.
Oh gosh. But you know what's really funny? British people love to say that they're like too polite to a fault, but I've never once got that in any impression of British people. I've
Name
never thought that they were
one,
polite.
name one polite British person.
Chris Martin.
No.
Even then, he's kind of not.
Yeah, that's why I said no. That man is
Yeah.
not a polite British guy. He's just a fake hippie.
And he's just, you can drop the hippie.
Oh boy. Anyway, should we wrap it up? I want to know our letterbox for what are they? Because we talked about it a little bit
Yeah.
at the end of the last episode.
Letterbox 4. You change yours every month, don't you?
Yeah, and I changed mine to be on theme with what we were talking about with this article.
And what is it? Go ahead. Start us
Yeah.
off.
I did Australian actors, obviously, for
Yeah.
Miss Nicole. So
You have
I
to do it in an
did
Aussie
10.
accent.
Oh, do I know how to do an Aussie accent? Put some shrimp on the barbie.
No, that's
I
British. The Barbie. You have to
barbie.
a bit like
It's more
looser.
southern. I
Yeah.
can't
No
do an
R's.
Australian
G'day,
accent.
mate. G'day, mate.
G'day, mate.
Throw some shrimp on the Barbie.
I did 10 things I hate about you.
Okay, that's kind of Kiwi.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna do it in my normal, regular
American
voice.
accent.
I did 10 Things I Hate About You for the late, great Heath Ledger, obviously. He actually appears twice
R.I.P.
because I couldn't remember more Australians. And then I did To Die For as
Of
a little
course.
nod to what we would be talking about. And then I did Saltburn for Mr. Jacob Elordi, our favorite Australian guy right now. Love
He
him.
nearly made the cut. We nearly did Elordi films, I think. He was on the
Yeah, well,
list.
because we were gonna do a range of actors,
Yeah, true.
and he would be featured. But c'est la vie. And then I did Brokeback Mountain, also for Heath Ledger.
Of
Just
course, of
one of
course.
the greatest movies of all time.
Yes.
Have you seen it?
I was gonna say I've only
Yes.
seen 2 out of 4.
Yes.
I'm
So
not a good movie watcher
you've seen Saltburn and To
to
Die
die for.
For.
Yeah,
Did you not see Saltburn?
I did. Yeah, Saltburn and
Okay.
to die for.
Okay. Oh my God. You haven't seen 10 Things I Hate About You?
I always been to, but I never find the time. I'm a very busy person.
I've been to the high school because it's in Tacoma, Washington. So,
Sounds like a real
which
place. Yeah,
is near Seattle for context.
awesome.
But because the movie takes place in Seattle. So I've been to the high
Yeah,
school that they filmed it at.
nice. I think a lot of uh teen movies are set in Seattle. It feels like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's, the 90s, it still had a very cool vibe. Just
everybody loves
saying.
Seattle.
Yeah. I
iCarly.
do. Okay. What are your top four?
My top four that never changes because I honestly couldn't be bothered to change is In the Mood for Love. You can't see it because there's no video, but I do have a poster up.
Yeah,
Eh,
that's a good movie.
yeah, Phantom Thread, of course. Secretary and Paris, Texas.
I've seen three out of the four.
There you
I
go.
haven't seen Paris, Texas. I keep
It's
meaning
really
to.
good. It's okay
Is
because
it a
it's a long and slow film.
is it a offbeat romance?
No.
Oh, so it's the only one that doesn't fit the theme.
Uh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
I
there
kind
it
of
makes sense to me, but it's
mhm.
hard to explain. Don't
Yeah.
know.
A very different take on a romance
Yeah,
with
actually.
your letterbox.
Yeah.
Full.
Fun fact, Paris, Texas, even though it's an American film in a sense, it's set in America.
Mhm.
It's actually categorized in the German New Wave because
Yeah.
the director is German.
I think I did know that.
Yeah. Well, to our listeners, here you go.
Right. I forgot they could hear these facts too.
Forgot that
So
this is a podcast.
I thought you were just mansplaining to me when I clearly have seen more movies than you.
In another life, I would be a mansplainer.
Well, you did go to film school,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Can
not
I say,
too far off from this life.
yeah, can I say a thought that's adjacent to this?
Sure. I'm not going to censor you. It's our
Okay, thanks.
podcast.
And I edit these, so
Yeah, you have full control.
yeah. I would be a mansplainer, so it makes sense that my favorite F1 driver is a max splainer. For the viewers
For
at
those
home,
listening, I just
she rolled her
internally
eyes into
frowned
oblivion.
and then set my head down on the desk
She vomited.
because a little bit.
She
My
put up the
dear,
finger to me, and then she took a knife and threatened me.
my dear twin, Jazz, is big into F1 right now.
Yeah, said with a lot of shame. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what, Max? He's a cutie. You could have chosen worse. I don't
Yeah,
have to
I could.
pretend. I don't
I
have to
could.
pretend to be interested with
No.
these texts.
I chose a winner.
Yeah. I think out of the two of us, I'm more often pushing the envelope of tolerating what guy I'm into looks like.
Yeah, and you beat me down a lot because sometimes I do end up thinking, yeah, they're kind of cute.
Yeah. I'm persistent.
Yeah. And I'm always
Switched you
aware.
from a Liam girl to an old girl.
Yeah. Every time I send a Max Verstappen related text to you, I'm always aware that like I have like a counter going off in my mind. Like, okay, the limit is probably five.
No, there's no limit. Don't worry. We're
Okay.
now at a point where we both are like, Mikey Day is so cute. That's, you don't have a limit. You can do whatever you want forever. Now that
Yay!
we're at that point, you have it on file that after subjecting you to the amount of Mikey Day texts, and obsession, you're good. You can do no wrong.
Low key, I do think like, damn, the amount of guys I have put up. She can see another picture of Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
She
You have
can
full
learn
permission.
another fact about him.
Oh boy. Well, this was fun. We
That
didn't
was
say
the
mother
podcast.
nearly. That was our podcast. We didn't say mother nearly as much.
I don't
If
think we
you
talked
made
about
it,
mother that
we did talk about mother.
much.
If you got to the end of the podcast, comment simply mother. Say we mothered that.
You have to say simply mother.
Mother. Just
Like
like
you have
that.
to Simply space Mother. In
Yeah,
case you couldn't
simply
spell.
mother. Um, if you don't already follow us on Substack, where
What's
can
wrong
they
with you?
find us? Yeah, first off, what's wrong with you? And second off, Jazz, where can they find us?
CINETWINS.substack.com.
Yeah.
CINETWINS dot substack.com.
Com.
I'm not spelling.
And then give us a follow on Instagram. Follow us over at CineTwins with Jas and Jessie.
Yeah.
As already spelled it wrong. You know what? Figure out the spelling.
It's all
CineTwins with
linked. It's
Jas and
all
Jessie.
linked.
It's all linked. It's all
Yeah.
gravy, baby.
Yeah.
Um, and with
Like and
that,
subscribe, of course. Of
like and
course.
subscribe if you're listening on YouTube.
If you're listening
And
on Substack, like and subscribe as well.
yeah, go over to our YouTube. Why aren't you?
You
We
gotta give
made
us
it.
double views.
Yeah, we made it not knowing that we could upload it directly onto Substack. So you have to support it. Okay.
Yep. You have to
Um,
support small creators. And we are
yeah.
quite small.
And
We're
we're
an army of
funny.
one.
Yeah, like, follow us if you want more really bad accents. We've got plenty of those, I'm sure, up our
In the next
sleeve.
episode, we will do Russian.
Yeah, Russian and Irish.
Irish, I can do an Irish.
I can do an Irish. I can do a little
Who's
bit of
doing the
Russian.
Russian?
I can do a little bit of Russian.
I believe in you. Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
that's pretty much it.
Bye.
Deuces.
Deuces.